It is a beautiful afternoon in Brooklyn Park, and it's a great day for the Section 5 4A Softball Championship. Number 2, Champlin Park, and number 1 seed Maple Grove meeting for the title here at Zane Sports Park. John Jacobson, Jack Tebow with you for our CCX telecast. It, of course, is a double elimination tournament. Maple Grove beat Champlin Park 2-1 last Friday. So for the Rebels to advance to state, they would need to beat Maple Grove twice. The Crimson need just one win to advance to next week's state tournament in North Mankato. Here's a look at the batting order for Champlin Park, the visitors here. Holly Blaska will lead it off and play first base. Emma Berge in left field batting second. Then it's Abby Gilk at third. Alyssa Blaska at shortstop hitting fourth. Erin Reardon, the center fielder, hits fifth. Lexi Steffes in right field. Kiara Harris is a designated player. Piper Otto, the pitcher, bats eighth. And Hannah Noah, the catcher, batting ninth. And the defense today for Maple Grove. Ellie Hossman at first. Jade Tomaszek at second base. Elizabeth Berry at short. Maddie Doyle at third base. Mavis Sachs in left field. Sydney Hockett in center. Kate Kapsner, the flex player, in right. Sophie Culhane, the catcher. And Ava Duick, the pitcher, again today. Pitched a very solid ball game last week against Champlin Park. On the season, Jack, 16-2 record, ERA of 0.68, 198 strikeouts in 123 innings pitched for the senior. Will go to Augustana next year.
Definitely a strikeout pitcher, and really, saves her in the pinch when you don't have to pass the ball around the infield or outfield. Just play catch with the catcher can get you out of some tight spots. And she's had a great year, and she's also an offensive threat, so kind of a valuable tool for the Crimson.
And Holly Blaska will lead it off for the Rebels. Helped account for their lone run last week against Maple Grove with a leadoff triple in the 6th inning. Came around to score on Emma Berge's single.
Now, Blaska is a real deal hitter. I believe for the regular season she hit over 600. And going after that first pitch, usually...
Well, that one hit her. Not happy about that. Firing up her team in the dugout.
That was a loud smack. Caught her off maybe the elbow a little bit, looked like.
Well, she's at first. Emmy Berge will come up next. And the home plate umpire coming over to talk to the Maple Grove dugout. I think Coach Woodley came first toward the umpire and said something about this pitcher is a little more better control than that. They can be able to hit our player on the elbow.
And, second pitch creates that barrier right away. But, hitters that face a really good pitcher and does have control, it's not a bad strategy to go after the first pitch. Start swinging early in the process.
Blaska does get close to the plate, though. I mean, she does step forward in the box, so there is definitely that as well. All right, so it sets up for a fun afternoon, Jack, as we set the stage with that.
Here we go.
And Emma Berge to the plate. Mentioned an RBI single for her against Maple Grove last week that drove in Blaska with a run. Two balls and no strikes to Berge. Cut and a miss. Good pitch by Dueck. Get a strike on the board.
Brian Woodley is going to come back and maybe revisit the bunt. Gave Berge a swing. Let's see what looks to be happening here.
This one hit out in the air to center. Reardon in, makes the catch. Blaska was almost to second. Throw to first. It's a double play. That was hit well by Berge, and Reardon makes a nice running catch coming in. And Blaska was nearly at second base. And Reardon's throw on target. Ellie Hossman at first for the DP.
So Holly could have probably got a little bit better read on it, although she wasn't sure. Kind of caught between that ball hitting the ground, and then she's really got to make it into second quickly, so to avoid the force out. So it was a tough base running decision. Nice play out by Hockett.
Abby Gilk, the batter. Had a nice season for the Rebels. Count evens at 1-1 to her. Cutting a miss, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Buick with her first strikeout today, fanned 8 in last week's win against the Rebels. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on for Champlin Park in the first. And look at that strikeout again down the top of the first. Look at the batting order today for the Crimson. 21-2 on the season. 2 wins over Champlin Park already. 1 regular season and the section win last Friday. Elizabeth Berry leads it off and plays shortstop. Ava Duick, the pitcher, batting second. And it's Jade Tomaszek at second base, hitting third. Allie Hossman at first. Sophie Gilhane, the catcher. Sydney Hockett in center field. Bella Daniels, the DP. Mavis Sachs in left field, hitting 8th. And Maddie Doyle, the third baseman, batting 9th. And the defense for Champlin Park today. Holly Blask at first. Taylor Kordiak at second. Alyssa Blask at short. Abby Gilk at third. In left field, Emma Berge. Erin Reardon in center. Lexi Steffes in right field. Hannah Noah, the catcher. And the pitcher today is Piper Otto.
Piper Otto threw a really good game against Maple Grove last time out against them, and she dug herself out of a couple jams, and Champlin was in the game right at the end. They were threatening to tie or possibly go ahead in the top of the 7th.
Her run average of 2.42 during the regular season, 1.17 here in the section tournament. And she'll go to work on Biz Berry, Ava Duick, and Jade Tomaszek in the home half of the first.
Berry's leading off and plays shortstop, a key possession in the defensive alignment. So Coach Colt is showing a lot of faith in the freshman.
And Berry, first pitch swinging, hits it deep and over the head of the center fielder, Reardon. Berry's going to get 2 and stop there. A leadoff double for the Crimson in the first. Reardon hesitated just a little bit, and the ball goes over her glove and drops for a 2-base hit.
The ball that's hit right at you, especially a softball, is a really tough read. And you see more balls go in front of you than you see go over your head. Although that time, probably she would have liked to have that step back.
Otto's first pitch up and out of the zone to Dueck. Ava drove in a run last week. Talked about her as a pitcher, but obviously a tremendous hitter if you've seen Maple Grove at all this season as well, with a .542 batting average coming into play today. Hit in the air, short left field. Over the left fielder, Berge makes the catch and one away in the Grove first. Down under it a little bit, and there's one down. Here's Tomaszek. .478 batting average, 17 runs batted in on the season, 11 extra base hits for the senior. Time called. Piper Otto got something in her eye. Pitcher and batter are ready to go, and here's Otto's first delivery. Tomaszek first pitch swinging, foul ball, and caught out in foul territory by Holly Blaska. So on the last three pitchers is now 2 outs for Maple Grove after the leadoff double by Barry.
Good location on that pitch. Dangerous Tomaszek batting, kept the ball away from her and hit it off the tip of her bat into foul territory.
Ellie Hossman swinging a miss, strike one. One ball, one strike.
I would guess they would try to keep the ball on the outside corner against Hossman.
Team high 12 doubles for her on the season. A little floater and caught by Alyssa Blaska at short. And Maple Grove retired. They get a leadoff double, but that's it. No runs, a hit. They lead one. We've played one. Here, Section 5 4A Softball Championship Day in Brooklyn Park. No score. Champlin Park and Maple Grove.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You will also have access to our large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find us, go to the App Store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, now available on Apple TV, coming soon to Roku.
Welcome back to the Zane Sports Park. Champlin Park, Maple Grove, no scores. We go to the top half of the second. Check, this is a new site this year for Section 5 4A for the last 2 rounds of the tournament. You know, for years we played first pitch swinging, Alyssa Blaska foul out the park in Shoreview, and last year was home seeds, and so this time going to Zane Sports Park. Field a little deeper than the high school parks that these teams play at in stadiums. Swinging foul back, and it's quickly 0-2 to Alyssa Blaska. 220 feet compared to 200 feet. And also you notice the infield dirt, there's a little more of it behind the bases than players are used to on their fields that they play at. So it's a little bit of an adjustment, bigger gaps for the outfielders to potentially have to cover.
I was thinking when we were talking about that, during the handoff phase, like where shortstop's going out to left, if that affects the left fielder at all, their decision to let the shortstop keep the call and not call them off. I don't know, or the other way around.
Pitch up high, and it's 2-2 to Blaska. All fouled away.
Yeah, we'll get our laser app out there and check it out in center field. 219 and 8 inches, I think it is.
Right. Count now full on Blaska.
Dueck may be struggling a little bit with her control now, but velocity is looking good today.
Blaska nearly a 500 average during the season, 35 for 72. And grounds this one into left field, a base hit. A nice at bat for Blaska. Got a couple of good swings on foul balls early in the count, works it full, and then knocks the single the other way. A nice piece of hitting by the freshman. So she becomes the second base runner in the game for the Rebels. Leadoff runner on again.
This is a good location by Dueck.
And here's Aaron Reardon.
Brian didn't really use the bunt last time, and it was close to a really good call.
He's cutting a miss.
Seems to like to let them hit. Third base is creeping.
Called strike.
No thought of a bunt.
Dueck's pitch. Reardon gets a piece of it and fouls it off.
Coach shows his confidence in Reardon and says, hit away, move us along.
369 batting average for her on the season. Throw down to second on Alyssa Blaska in safe. That pitch just missed. It's 2-2. The bleacher umpires from Maple Grove didn't like the 1-2 pitch call. That was ball 2. So Blaska in scoring position. Foul ball by Reardon.
I always think when you have that left-handed hitter at the plate, it's always a little bit of an advantage when you attempt to steal, because you kind of get blocked a little bit if the runner's continuing their steal as opposed to just a strong lead.
Oh, missed inside. It counted as full 3-2. And it's a little floater to Doyle at third base. Makes the catch. One away. The battle between Dueck and Reardon there, and Dueck gets the pop out to third.
She ended up coming inside and up in and jammed her on the fist and got that weak pop-up. So Doyle made an easy work of it.
Here's the right fielder, Lexi Steffes, fouls the first pitch off. Pitch is low. Back to second goes Alyssa Blaska.
She was going to try to get her to chase a little bit, change the speeds.
One grounded down to third. Doyle up with it, fires across the first. The Hospin 2 away. Blaska moves up to third.
Another good pitch by Dueck. Inside on the hands. Got the weak roller down to Doyle. And Blaska moves up to 3.
Taylor Kordiak will come in and hit here. Flex player will come in and hit in the spot of Harris, the number 7 slot. Two outs for Champlin Park, top of the second. Runner at third. And Dueck's first pitch to Kordiak, low for ball 1. Grounded foul. Pass first. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kordiak.
Big run at third base for the Rebels. Don't see it as a high-scoring game between the two pitchers.
Strike call. And the count goes to 1-2.
I think Kordiak might have been looking out a little bit.
Two and two. Count goes full, 3-2 now to Kordiak. She is able to get on. Piper Otto would come up. Ball four. And there's runner to the corners here with 2 outs for the Rebels in the second. And here's Otto. Hit the ball hard 3 times last Friday. Reached on an error. Lined out to short, and that line drive right at Duick in the 7th inning. That if it had gone up the middle, would have tied the game up. Outside, 1-0.
Some people might look at Otto's form here and go, what is she going to do? Is she going to bunt the ball, or what is that? Some hitters use that as a timing mechanism to kind of help keep that front shoulder in so that it doesn't roll out during the swing. A little reminder.
Catches the corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Strike 2. It's 1-2.
Painting that corner, making it tough on Otto.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Grove works out of trouble in the top of the second. No runs for the Rebels. On 1 hit, they leave 2. They played an inning and a half. No score at Champlin Park in Maple Grove.
What makes your community feel like home? Is it knowing what's happening in your neighborhood, or when people know your name? Connections make us a community. For more than 30 years, Northwest Community Television has connected citizens, neighbors, even sports fans through video. As life gets busier than ever, we will still offer you a connected community experience through CCX Media, so you can stay connected to the place you call home.
Wait. Never mind. Welcome back. Sing Sports Park in Brooklyn Park. Coverage of the Section 5 4A softball tournament today on CCX. Jim Coltes, Maple Grove coach, trying to get the Crimson back to the state tournament. First time since 2017. And Brian Woodley. Rebels have never been to state. Got to the section final last year for the first time. Lost to Centennial. They were the team last year with 0 losses, but lost twice to the Cougars at home, and it was Centennial that represented this section at the state. Bottom half of the second, Sophie Culhane to lead it off here for Maple Grove. Sydney Hockett and Bella Daniels to follow against Piper Otto. Grounded to third. Gil Cup with it across to Holly Blaska. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Well, that was efficient. Taking pitch to contact seriously. Sid Hockett, the batter, pops it up.
Alaska run, can't get to that one. So just a strike against Hockett. And this is ball one.
It's always interesting in the early part of a game how both sides kind of test each other's pitchers out. As we go down the lineup here, everybody gets to see what it looks like.
Tagged pretty well out to right, but hangs up, and no problem for Steffes to make the catch for out number 2. Two away, nobody on. And here's Bella Daniels. Daniels who scored the first run for Maple Grove in their last game against Champlin Park last Friday. Two balls and no strikes to the low pitch to the DP.
Otto's hoping on an efficient inning, working on about his 5th pitch coming up.
3-0. Need a sacks on deck. Taking all the way, it's a strike.
Couldn't really tell, but it looked like some type of a sinking, maybe fastball or a breaking pitch.
Ripped to second, hit hard, but underhand throw. Nicely played by Kordiak, throws to Holly Blaska. And Daniels is retired. Maple Grove out in order in the second. Play 2 here on CCX, no score. Champlin Park, Maple Grove. Our CCX Sports Play of the Week debuted this winter. This is one of the plays up on our website right now for nomination. Ava Dewick and the catch on the Piperado hit in that 7th inning last week that helped secure the Crimson's win over Champlin Park. Go to our website, go to the Play of the Week tab under the Sports tab and vote for your favorite. 4 plays up right now.
That was a great play.
Top half of the 3rd inning. 9, 1, and 2 hitters for Champlin Park. Hannah Noah, the catcher, to lead it off here against Ava Dewick. Ball inside. Inside again, 2-0. Chop, and then let it go. Foul ball, 2-1. And Noah had the green light there on 2-0.
May have lost track of it. Looked like she wasn't sure where the ball was, or she may have thought it was foul ball already.
Low, 3-1. Foul back. Count goes full, 3-2 to Noah. Hit foul again. Yeah, it's only the third inning, but this is kind of a big at-bat, Jack, and I'll tell you why. You know, if she gets on, Crimson are forced to pitch to Holly Blaska. They can't really, don't put 2 runners on with no outs in the inning.
Be difficult to pitch around her.
3-2, hit down to third. Up with it is Doyle across to first. And they get the out. Crimson do to start the third. And now Blaska. Hit by a pitch to start the ball game. Doubled off first on the fly ball that Berge hit to Hockett. First pitch is a called strike. Yeah, both of these players, Duick and Blaska, multiple home runs this season. 13, 14 home runs, respectively. And
we definitely have
great competitors.
Absolutely. I was going to say, probably have 2 of the premier fast pitch players in the state of Minnesota going against one another right now.
Go around did not. Now goes to 2 balls and a strike on Holly Blaska.
Gino Hansen gave us did not swing sign down there at third base, using 3 umpires today for finals.
Foul back. Good cut by Blaska. 2-2. Swing and a miss. How about that? Good pitching by Duick. They strike out Blaska for the second out.
That was a good pitch to do it on. She went down below, out of the zone, got her to chase that pitch. She still had a pitch to come back in. Blaska would have taken it. So that was a good choice right there.
201st strikeout in 125 and a fraction innings on the season now for Duick. Went over 600 career strikeouts last week. This one hit to second. A nice running catch by Tomaszek coming in and catching the pop-up and retiring Berge. And Champlin Park in order in the third. 3 up, 3 down. More section softball on CCX from the Zane Sports Park after this.
People actually wearing spring wear and maybe summer wear even.
How about that? We get to late May and we actually get a late May-like day, right?
Truly amazing.
I was telling you, Jack, before the telecast, I spent many hours up here. My daughter played slow pitch softball in Brooklyn Park for a number of years and they had a lot of games on these fields up here at Zane.
I like this park. Mature trees, developed fields are in really good condition. A little taste of Americana over here. People riding their bikes around.
We just need like a merry-go-round or something like that in the background to complete it, right?
There you go.
Hot dog stand, maybe.
Yeah, we need a hot dog stand for sure.
All right, here we go. Bottom half of the third inning. 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Crimson. Sachs, Doyle, and Berry to face Piperado. First pitch is low for a ball. Each team with 1 hit so far. Missed outside, 2-0. Hit out in the air, the left fielder drop for a base hit. In front of Berge. And Sachs with a leadoff single here in the third.
Now, dumped it right over shortstop's head over here, and Blaska didn't really have a shot at it, and nor did Berge. It was a clean drop between the two. And now you're going to wonder, is Coach Coles is going to think about having Doyle bunt the runner to second with the top of the order coming up.
Doyle with 3 successful sacrifice bunts on the season. That's second on the team. It fouls the first one back. Pitch is low. Count evens up at 1-1.
I would say Jim's remaining committed to the bunt.
Gets it down. Nice bunt. Gilk fields it, throws to first. Kordiak covering. But down to second goes Mavis Sachs. An excellent bunt by Matty Doyle.
Those are the little things that people don't give enough credit to the player when they execute something like this that moves that runner into scoring position, especially being the number 9 hitter. Now you get your top of the order up there with a runner in scoring position that could put the first one on the books here with a base hit.
First pitch strike to Elizabeth Berry. Leadoff double for her in the bottom of the first, but never advanced past that. That misses low and in, 1-1. Foul back. 1-2.
Barry's timing on that was right on. Just off the plane of the ball slightly. Seemed like she was right there.
Berry pops it up, and this will be out of play. Up into one of Jack's Americana mature trees here. Beyond the dugout, right?
And it has leaves on and everything, right? It's still an amazement of the coming of spring and late and early summer.
1-2, change-up missed, high and away. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Berry strikes out for out number 2. First strikeout for Otto. It's a big one.
Otto put that in a really good spot. Kept it away. Berry was kind of looking maybe in. She was pulling off a little bit. Left that open outside corner. Otto paid it right there.
They intentionally walked Dewick. Jade Tomaszek will be the batter now for Maple Grove.
The one thing about walking that Dewick, now you have a force out on the bases, so that if there's a ball into the hole at all, you've got something where shortstop can do a flip over to third base, create that force.
Tomaszek rounded base hit up the middle. Sacks around third. She's going to score. And it's 1-0 Maple Grove. Run scoring base hit by Jade Tomaszek to get Maple Grove the first run today.
Up the middle. A middle stroke is always good. That's the least defended area on the field. Fewest players for the largest area to cover. And we've got the first score of the game.
Two runners still in scoring position here for Maple Grove. The throw went down to third, trying to get Dorothy Dewick, who is the courtesy runner for her sister Ava. And that allowed Tomaszek to move up a base.
Now the Rebel defense is playing back. And I'm wondering if they're thinking about working Hossman up here. You think you'd maybe want to cut the runoff on a ground ball, or at least be in a position where you can check with 2 outs.
Two 2-1 count. Now to Hossman. Grounded to second. Kordiak throws to first. And Maple Grove is out in the third. But they get the first run of the game. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left for the Crimson. We score after 3 innings here in Brooklyn Park. It's Maple Grove 1, Champlin Park nothing.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Back at the Zane Sports Park, where Maple Grove has pushed across the run in the third, and now lead Champlin Park 1-0. Top 2 seeds here in Section 5-4A. There's winner today in this game or possibly games. Moves on to the state tournament next week in North Mankato. Abby Gilk deleted off. Alyssa Blaska and Aaron Reardon to foul. Powers it out to right field and on a line. Caught by Capster for the out. That was a shot. We were pretty much right at Capster.
That was Abby was going to get off the schneid here. She had previously had 4 consecutive strikeouts, and Dewick had her number, and she hit that very hard. Thought it might slide a little further to the foul line, but Capster made a good catch on a ball that was hooking pretty hard.
Alyssa Blaska chops one at the plate. Single for her in their first at bat. Stole a base, got as far as third, but unable to come home back in the second inning. Jack, we touched on it briefly last game, but how about these two freshman shortstops that these teams feature? Barry and Blaska.
It bodes well for the future of both programs for sure. And, you know, for like a coach to insert a freshman at that key position says a lot about that player.
Grounded down to third. Doyle gobbles it up and throws across for out number 2. That brings up Aaron Reardon. Rounded down to short. Barry up with it. A very quick 1-2-3 inning for the Crimson in the field. 7 in a row retired by Dewick. Champlin Park is out quietly in the 4th. Go to the bottom half of the 4th. It's 1-0 Maple Grove.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Bottom half of the 4th inning. Piper Otto will try to keep this a 1-0 game as she goes to work on the middle of the Maple Grove batting order. Sophie Kilhane to lead it off here for the Crimson. What a great afternoon for softball, Jack, right?
Yeah.
Temperature in the low 80s, a little wind.
Yeah, a little breeze, just a little cover.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah, it's very, very comfortable. Can I safely say the best day of all of our broadcasts to date?
I think that's definitely true. Culhane, Hockett, and Daniels up here in the Crimson 4th. A speed pitch outside, ball 1.
Wow. Pitch pulled that string over there. Otto said, hey, I'm not going to give you the dead red here on my first strike. Let's see what you do with this.
Up high, and it's 2-0. Popped up. Tough play, though, toward the line. Oh, and it's off the glove of the left fielder, Berge. Throw down to second, and in safely is Culhane. Didn't give up on that ball. She was hustling Jack toward second. And the ball dropped off of Berge's glove. She was there at second base. To go as an E7. Culhane on to reach to start the Maple Grove 4th.
Good base running by Culhane. Stayed with it, like you said, and put her team in nobody out in a scoring position.
So they Hockett the batter. Let's see if the bunt's on here, Jack. Nope.
You know, that was a long run for Berge, and so it wasn't an easy play at all. And she kind of almost overran it just a little bit, had to come back for it.
I'll tip a strike. So Otto works ahead, 2 strikes on Hockett. Hockett stays alive, fouls that one back. Another 0-2 pitch. Grounded to short, backhanded by Alyssa Blaska, and they're going to tag out the runner, Culhane, who was going from second to third. So they get the lead runner, and now one away, but a runner at first base instead of second for Maple Grove.
Yeah, Culhane may want that one back. Usually what you're kind of instructed to do, a couple things, is if the ball's in front of you, you kind of want to hold, right? She may have thought it was going to go through, then she wanted to score. So it's aggressive base running, which is, it's hard to get on a player from being aggressive.
Swing and a miss by Daniels.
Usually that's how they learn. They get into game conditions and they learn how to run the bases. It's a tough thing to teach a younger player.
Strike call, throw down to first. Back in is Hockett. I think you may have been right, Jack, though. I think she may have thought that was going to go through.
Yeah.
And by the time when Blaska fielded, she was kind of caught in no man's land.
Heck,
up high.
Blaska got over there and covered the hole pretty well, actually. And I kind of maybe thought at first it might sneak through there.
Those pitch fouled back. On to the second. Kordiak to Holly Blaska. There's out number 2. Hockett to second. So runner in scoring position again for Maple Grove. 2 away. And Mavis Sachs. Single and a run scored for her. The only run so far. Last inning.
2 outs. Runners should score on a single with any depth at all.
No, ball 1.
Sachs had a good bat last time. She picked that ball out well when she drove it to left and stayed with the pitch and just kind of dropped it over Blaska's head.
This is hit hard to second. Kordiak knocks it down, makes the throw. That was very hard, and Kordiak makes the play, throws to Blaska, and Maple Grove is out in the 4th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on for the Crimson. They've stranded 4. We have played 4 innings in the Section 5 4A championship round here in Brooklyn Park. It's 1-0 Maple Grove. It is 1-0 Maple Grove. We go to the top half of the 5th inning. Champlin Park 17-7 on the season. Some really good teams the last couple of years. Jack, you could argue these last 2 years have been their best. First 2 times advancing to section championship rounds and coming within a game of winning state last year, trying to force a second game here today. The umpires, I don't know if some of the fans have crept in a little bit close on that where out of bounds is. See, the fence is in right beyond third base.
Jeff Baker's asking him to move back off the line a little bit. got Jeff Baker over at first base today, and got Dennis Harris behind the plate, and Gino Hansen over at third base. So we got our 3 umpires taking also crowd control. That was all part of the blue.
Now we're set to go. Dueck will face Steffes. Looks like Kordiak again, and then Otto. That pitch misses for ball 1. Steffes had a triple to lead off the 7th inning last Friday, Jim, if you remember, in that 1-run game. Champlin Park unable to get her home. Barry throw to first just in time. It was a slow roller, and Barry got to it just in time to throw over to Hossman for the out.
It's really close. Took a little hop there.
Yeah, almost went under her glove, so she had to adjust on the play.
Good call by the blue on that one. Just nabbed her. That's why I'm sitting here.
Umpires are going to confer. Coach Whitley thought his player was safe.
I mean, it looked kind of like it could have, but I think the ball's there before it got down, and she has to beat that. Yeah,
I think. You got her. It was close, very close.
Really good call.
But good call, yeah.
Again, we can bring up the old saying that here they are, the umpires, don't have a benefit of any replays, but that was a bang call for sure. Good call. Nicely done.
There's no replay challenge in high school softball.
Not yet. Somebody with their iPhone out there will be recording all the outs now.
Kordiak walked in her first at bat, works ahead in the count here, 2-0. Didn't want to go around, but did, and it's a strike. Did foul over the dugout. Out of play. Count even to 2-2.
Dueck got in on Kordiak's hands that time.
Now goes full now, though. 3-2 on the pitch low.
Okay, this will be Dueck's, even though she's hasn't given up a run, this will be her 5th hitter with a full count, which is a deep count for the scorer.
That's a walk. Kordiak on base with her 2nd walk of the day, and the leadoff 1 out. Runner on here in the 5th with Otto coming up.
We've talked about sizing up a hitter. Sometimes hitters in the batter's box just look different to a pitcher, and they have a difficulty pitching to them. It kind of just, I don't know if it's a focal point somewhere along the line in the stance, whatever causes it.
Pitch missing to Piper Otto, ball 1. Ripped, but foul.
Otto got a barrel on it. Just a little late.
One ball, 1 strike now to Otto. Hit foul at the plate, 1-2.
Otto tends to get her money's worth on her swing.
Yeah, she does, right? And 2 fouled out of play. Got a piece of it and rolls in front of the plate. Culhane up. It's a nice play and throws out Piperado for the second out. Kordiak down to second.
Now here's a great example of Culhane being left-handed. Right-hander, she might have been safe. It would have been at least probably maybe, a third of a second or maybe a half to get turned. Good play by Culhane.
To away, here's Noah, who grounded out to third in her only at bat so far today. This pitch, a ball to the Champlin Park catcher.
Hey, you guys, zip it, Mike. Thank you.
One ball, no strikes. And now 2-0. Holly Blaska on deck. Three and 0. He's had a solid year for Champlin Park as both a catcher and at the plate, and being able to some big hits from them. A piece of that one. Fouls it, make it 3-1.
Got the green light going in that 3-zip count.
Ball 4, and she walks. Another walk issued by Durick. 2 runners on with 2 outs. And it brings up Holly Blaska.
A swing on 3-0. That was a good strategy. You're in a tight game. You get your number 9 hitter wanting to get to the top of the batting order with Blaska. She's going to get to see a good pitch, possibly with a 3-0.
And you wouldn't think, I mean, she struck her out last time, hit her the first time. We saw Blaska last week with a triple off Durick. You wouldn't think they'd load her to load the bases, right? Or walk her, I mean.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Wouldn't,
no,
right?
No. I mean, you never know, though. I mean,
Durick really had an outstanding game. You look at some highlights from last Friday at the Maple Grove, allowing just the 1 run. Striking out 8 along the way, making that great line drive catch off Otto, and then the pop out to end the game and secure the Crimson win. Well, they did walk her, Jack, and the bases are loaded.
there you go.
Intentional walk.
We heard it there first from you, John. Good call.
Bases loaded, and healthy cut by Berge and strike 1. A foul ball.
Berge's flew out to center on a pretty hard hit ball, and then got jammed and popped it out to second.
Rebels with a tying run at third. Go ahead run at second. Pitch low to Berge. It's 1-1.
Now the danger here for Ava is she doesn't want to overthrow the ball and starting to flatten it out. And then we're just dealing with a speed issue, not so much movement issue on that fastball.
Two and 1. Durick's allowed just 1 hit today, but she's walked 4. Last one intentional. Called strike. 2-2. Dewick's pitch hit in the air, out to right field. Capster under it and makes the catch. Hit pretty well by Berge, but Capster able to make the catch and retire Champlin Park, who threatens but do not score. No runs, no hits. 3 left on for Champlin Park. Go to the bottom half of the 5th. It remains 1-0 Maple Grove.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma. I have a mentor, and she convinced me to continue my education. No one receives a diploma alone. If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Bottom half of the 5th inning. Still a 1-0 game. These teams have played 3 times this season. Jack, we played, what, 14, 19 innings or so, and
19.
A total of 5 runs scored.
The coaches don't have to figure out, well, I wonder if it's going to be a big, high-scoring game today. They're going to start working for some runs, right? They manufacture those runs, and I mean, the pitching has been great on both sides. Some of the defense we've seen in these games have been outstanding. Just 2 good ball clubs.
It has been a great game so far. Champlin Park, after they lost that game last week, dropped down into the losers bracket. They had to win to advance to today. Defeated Rogers 4-2 here at Zane on Tuesday. Zane Sports Park, as Rogers had eliminated Centennial earlier in the day Tuesday, and then Champlin Park able to beat the Royals to get here.
And that was a good win for Champlin, because Rogers got a good ball club as well.
Matty Doyle to lead it off for Maple Grove here in the 3rd. And lines the first pitch into center, a base hit. The key sacrifice bunt in her first at bat, and lines the first pitch she sees here into center.
Right there, nice stroke, up the middle. Leadoff hitter, now we're on. Here we go again.
4th hit of the game for Maple Grove. Top of the order in Bisberry, 1 for 2 today. Bunted down to first. Holly Blaska missed on the tag, but able to throw to Kordiak to get the out. And I can guarantee an intentional walk coming up here, Jack, as Doyle gets down to second on the sacrifice by Berry. 3-4 on the putout. Corinne Palinch will go in and run for Matty Doyle at second base. Intentional walk issued. And Dorothy Dewick will come in and run for Ava. That was the one downside of bunting in that situation, Jack, is that the intentional walk to Dewick, a dangerous hitter, is almost inevitable.
Does open that spot, right?
Well, Tomaszek came through last time, Jack, with an RBI single after they had walked Dewick. And she'll try to do the same here.
You know, great benefit having a hitter like Tomaszek following Dewick, for sure.
Jade powers one out deep left field, and it's over the head of Berge in left field. 1 run will score. Dorothy Dewick was being waved in. She will score. It's a 2-run double for Tomaszek, and Maple Grove leads it 3-0.
Big hit. Base of the fence. Stand-up double. 2 RBIs. Kind of opens it up, creates a little breathing space for the Crimson. 3-zip. And still only have 1 out.
Yeah, if this is at one of the 2 high schools, that one's out. As the little deeper park here at Zane goes as a double. Crimson will take it. 2-run double. Tomaszek with all 3 RBIs now for Maple Grove. And they have a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Hotsman fouls back the first pitch to her, strike 1. Ball is high, 1-1. The Hossman is 0 for 2 today. That is powered foul. A healthy cut on that ball, hit by Hossman.
She's looking for like not 1, but maybe 2 more runs. She's thinking clearing here.
Up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomaszek, the runner, down at second. 1 out, 2 in for Maple Grove here in the home half of the 5th. 2-1. Nels pitch, and it's a walk. Had the count wrong there, Jack. That's ball 4 on Hossman, and 2 runners on now here in the 5th.
May not have been the worst thing walking Tomaszek with that open base.
Hossman, yeah.
I mean Hossman, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now here's Cole Haynes with the ball in play twice. A ground out in the first, reach on an error in the 4th. Yeah, I talked to Maple Grove softball before the season, Jack, back in late March when they were still practicing indoors at the Maple Grove Dome. And these girls who are seniors now, and there are a lot of them, Tomaszek and Colhane and Dewick, to name 3, talked about getting to the state tournament when they were sophomores. And how much they missed that experience last year. And they were determined that this year they were going to go out with a bang in a state tournament appearance.
They're in a good spot right now to get there. 6 outs away.
Now 3-1 to Colhane. 3-0 with 1 out. Taking all the way, it's a strike. Now it's 3-1.
A lot of respect for Culhane. Otto throws a change on the 3-0 count.
Strike call. 3-2. Culhane's got to go back and get her back. She couldn't use any mind games over the umpire there to coax a walk. 3-2. That's hit well out to left field. Berge back and makes the catch. Another ball jack where I think if this is at Champlin Park or Maple Grove, that's out.
I think you're right.
It's just a long fly ball by Culhane here for out number 2.
Congrats to Berge to hang with that. That was a long ball. I definitely think it would have been a home run over at Maple Grove.
2 away, and here's Hockett. Still a couple of runners out there for Maple Grove. Pitch low, ball 1. Rounded back to Otto. Nice play. The pitcher throws over to first for Blaska, and Hockett and Maple Grove retired. But the Crimson come through with a couple of big runs. 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 2. And we go now to the top of the 6th inning. It's 3-0. Maple Grove leading Champlin Park.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Really good team.
Great afternoon for softball, and we go to the 6th inning, Section 5 4A championship round. Maple Grove now with a 3-0 lead. Objectivo, as you mentioned, now just 6 outs to go between Maple Grove and a state tournament appearance.
Sophomore dream can come to fruition.
Abby Kilk to lead it off for Champlin Park. And a great line drive that was snagged by Kapsner in her last at-bat, struck out in the first.
And Gilk smoked that one last time, didn't she?
Strike call, 1-1. One and 2. Chopped to the circle. Dueck up with a high throw and over the head of Hossman. It'll be an error, and Gilk is on board to start the 6th.
Abby got a little bit of a cricket swing on that one. That ball was right at the shoestrings, and actually Eva made a good play on it. Just didn't square up her body when she made the throw.
So let's see if that's the opening Champlin Park needs to start a rally here in the top of the 6th. A good hitter, Alyssa Blaska at the plate.
Some smoke on that one.
Yeah, hard pitch. Blaska couldn't hold up on its 1 strike. Was a 1 for 2 today. Hit in the air, foul. And quickly 2 strikes to Blaska. Good stop by Colhane. Keep the runner Gilk at first. When 2 pitch fouled away. Right around, and Blaska strikes out. Nice pitch by Dewick.
Great change on that, and she doesn't throw that pitch a lot. So Blaska way out in front on that one.
Dewick, the latest in a line of great pitchers here at Maple Grove. The last before Ava was Sydney Smith.
I've heard of her.
Yeah. Pitches at the University of Minnesota now. Got into the Gophers game today, although that was a loss to UCLA. Came in relief. Gophers still alive in that tournament. Will play Saturday.
Face Washington, did you say?
Mm-hmm. Terrific experience for that team that's been able to put together a wonderful season. First time they've qualified for the NCAA College World Series for softball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Aaron Reardon. 0 for 2 today against Dewick. Throw to first and just back in. And the snap throw from Colhane was Gilk. Two and 1 the count now to Reardon. Bunted, foul. 2 and 2.
Distance was good on that. If that had been a fair ball, that would have been trouble for Doyle.
Ground to the third, backhanded but foul. Good play by Doyle with the ball just into foul territory.
Yeah, great stab. Not sure what that was about.
Well, unless he thought that ball's fair, both those runners were going to be saving. That's my guess. Count goes full now here to Reardon. Champlin trying to get the tying run to the plate. That'll happen if Reardon can get on here. And grounds a pass short into left field. Champlin Park's got 2 runners on. First and third, now on second and third. The throw misses the cutoff and gets all the way past to the left of the circle. Good base running by Reardon. Gilk gets to third. And Champlin Park in business here in the 6th. So runners at second and third, just 1 out. And Alexi Steffes, the batter. Dewick in her last outing, Jack, as I mentioned earlier, 8 strikeouts, just 2 so far today.
And
Take it back, 3.
The hitters have been on the ball well. I mean, they've been on time with it. Haven't hit a lot of solid balls. But
First pitch missed for ball 1.
plus, Ava might be a little wilder today maybe than she was last week. She's been deeper in the count with the hitters. Walked 3 with 1 intentional on the 4th one.
And it's hit right at the first baseman, Hossman, for the out. Scorched by Steffes. That's an out. 2 away.
That was a good pitch.
Now it's been in the right position there. He had to move. Catch that one. 2 away, and here's Kordiak. How big would a hit be here, Jack, in this game?
It'd be huge.
No pitch. Dueck back on the rubber. Goes to work on Kordiak. First pitch strike. Taylor's walked twice today. In the 2nd and again in the 5th. Got as far as 3rd base in the 5th inning. Swing to the plate, stopped by Culhane. The count evens at 1-1. Two and 1. Called strike, 2 and 2.
It would be huge to get some production out of the lower part of the batting order for sure. And then you start rolling up to the top again. And then you would give the Rebels a chance.
Big 2-2 pitch, fouled away. Nice job by Kordiak to get a piece of that pitch from Dueck. Two pitch, grounded to Barry, up with it, fires to third, a little high, but caught by Hossman, and that's the 3rd out of the 6th inning, and a big one for Maple Grove. No runs for Champlin Park, 1 hit, 1 error, and they leave 2. And they have stranded 7 now in the game. Go to the bottom of the 6th, it's 3-0 Maple Grove.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Maple Grove 3, Champlin Park nothing. As we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, Section 5 4A Softball Championship today from Brooklyn Park. Look at the bracket after the first round. Maple Grove advanced over Park Center, then defeated Osseo to get to last Friday where they defeated Champlin Park. Rebels had a first round win over Spring Lake Park, then a 1-run win over Irondale. Lost to the Rebels, came back and beat Rogers on Tuesday, and here we are on Thursday. Rebels need to hold Maple Grove and really get the bats going in the top half of the 7th.
Yeah, it'd be paramount that they don't give up a run here if they're going to try to stay in it. Daniels, Sachs, and Doyle.
up for Maple Grove here in the 6th inning. Cut and a miss.
The bottom 3 hitters for Maple Grove are combined 2 for 5. Respectable 400 batting average.
Foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Daniels. A couple of ground outs for her today. Up high, 2-2. Swing and a miss. A strikeout for Otto to start the Maple Grove 6th. Second strikeout for Otto today. And the batter is Mavis Sachs. Single and scored the game's first run in the 3rd, grounded out in the 4th.
Her ground out in the 4th was hit very hard right at Kordiak, and so she's had two good at bats. Seen the ball well today.
One ball, 1 strike. Popped up. Otto, the pitcher, calling everyone off. Makes the catch for out number 2.
You know, Maddie Doyle's done just everything everybody needs her to do, pretty much, right? She gets up, sacks the bunt, and runs the runner into scoring position, and then led off with a single last time she batted.
Pops this one out. And Noah can't quite grab it at the fence.
One of my Americana trees almost got in play there.
You almost came into play there. That was another foot that would have been in your lap.
I was ready.
The 1 pitch to Doyle. Cut and a miss. 0-2. Up high, 1-2. Fouled back. 1-2. Now, Jack, if you were still in your playing days, would you want all your teammates cheering you on from the dugout, or would you be like, pipe down, I'm trying to hit here? That'd make you nervous.
When I played, we were lucky we had anybody cheering us on.
Up high. And the count's 2-2. Chopped over the circle. Alyssa Blaska got no play. Doyle's got her second hit, an infield single here in the 6th. Off Otto's glove, Alyssa Blaska just didn't have time to throw out Doyle. So back to the top of the order, and Elizabeth Berry. Pops the first pitch up. It is up in the tree and will definitely have a chance to land on my head if that comes down, Jack. I'm not kidding. That is right above my noggin.
Let's see if I can find a couple of batting helmets for us.
Oh, goodness. Throw down to first after the swing and the miss by Barry.
Don't be missing.
I think it moved a little bit now, so I don't think it's directly over my head anymore. Get out to center field. Reardon, a couple steps back, makes the catch. Well hit ball by Barry, but she is out in the 6th inning. No runs and a hit, one left for Maple Grove. We go to the 7th, last chance for Champlin Park. Our score after 6, Maple Grove 3, Champlin Park nothing.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch. Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
There we go, Jack. There's the ball wedged in the tree above us.
It's just waiting.
Not coming down.
Just waiting.
It's waiting to come down. And there we are. Oh, it's right up here. It's above me. You're safe, I think. Well, here it is for the Rebels. Season on the line. Trailing by 3. No runs, 2 hits, but they've had base runners today. They left 5 runners on, Jack, the last 2 innings. Mia Duick's been able to wiggle out of trouble in both the 5th and the 6th. Piper Otto to lead it off. Didn't get much on that. Duick up, over to cover the bag is Tomaszek. Nice job. Hossman had come off the bag, and there's one away. Always big to get that first out.
Nice play. Tomaszek had to go hard to get there. And it was closer than I thought it was going to be, actually. Nice play.
One down, and here's Noah. Fouls the first pitch off. Walk and a ground out in 2 at-bats for the junior catcher. Just missed. 1-1.
You don't see too many catchers that slap also, that kind of an effective tool for a coach, I would think.
Missed inside. And Noah ahead in the count, 2-1. Rounded to short. Barry up with it. 2 down. And Holly Blaska, the batter. Trying to keep this game alive. Trying to keep her tremendous high school career alive. Coach Colta's going to talk to his team here.
He might go out and ask Dueck if she'll want to pitch to him, or may make sure that all the fielders are at a deeper depth. Don't worry about the slow rollers, because chances of that happening with Blaska limited anyway. He's telling him, you don't have to do anything fancy right now. Let's just get us an out and we'll go home. Actually, they're going to go to Mankato.
But not directly.
Somebody's got to go get this ball first up there. Yeah. He's got his outfielders that double D defense, meaning good, strong depth so nothing gets between them or over them.
First pitch to Blaska is high for ball one. Hit in the air, foul. Long strike, and it's 1-1. So these two players battling here meant so much to their programs over the last 3 years, Jack, and 4 years for Holly Blaska.
Wow.
3 years for Ava. Started at Providence Academy and came over here to Maple Grove.
I didn't know that.
Working carefully to Holly Blaska, 2-1. Three and one. And it's low for ball four. So Blaska draws a walk. He's on for the third time today. And Emma Berge, the batter. Flew out in the first, popped out in the third, flew out again in the fifth. Trying to get on and get Gilk to the plate to become the tying run in this game. Chop at the plate, strike one.
Duck's been having luck keeping the ball inside on Berge today.
The one hit down to Barry at short. She'll throw to first. For the 8th time in school history, a Maple Grove softball team is going to state. 3-0 Crimson, the final. Well, we expected a good section championship, Jack, and we certainly got it.
It was a really well-played game, and you would hope that you'd get that kind of a contest out of these two teams, and two very formidable opponents. Usually raises the bar a little bit for each team when they compete, and it's good to have a team battle-tested when they go to state, come out of a good section, strong section like we have here, 5-4A, and so I think that bodes well for the Crimson coming in, quite frankly.
They get their 22nd win of the season, now 22-2. Head to state. Champlin Park finishes up a great season with a 17-8 record.
Jay, I'd like to say Miss Jay here today. I know he might have had his blanket with us, even.
He might not have needed it today.
Well, maybe not, but it's been good working with both of you. So
we've enjoyed it, Jack. Don't leave yet. We get the award ceremony still to come.
Not going anywhere.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. Medals will be handed out and the trophies. More coverage of the Section 5 4A softball championship on CCX in just a moment.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You will also have access to our large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find us, go to the App Store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, now available on Apple TV, coming soon to Roku.
Hey! There are amazing things to discover in the forest.
Toothless, time to go! What you picking up on, bud?
It's a whole hidden world of wonders. And the perfect place to spend time with family. What better place to let your imagination soar? Experience nature and create a memory you can share. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where do cats go on vacation? New York.
Champlin Park has just received their runner-up trophy. The second straight year, Champlin Park, the runners-up in Section 5. Good seasons for them. And as we talked about last week, a lot of these players for Champlin Park coming back next season.
I know, I mean, if I'm that group, they would possibly be not unlike these sophomores from Maple Grove that and go, look, we want to get back to state next year. And they're going to have a very strong core. And as you and I were talking, Maple Grove is going to have to come up with some key replacements for next season for sure.
The Crimson players all receiving their gold medals now. Maddie Doyle had a nice game today, Jack. Couple hits for her. Good solid play at third base.
Maddie Doyle should be really happy with her game today. She played a well-rounded game. Played a good third base. Great 2 for 3, or 2 for 2, wasn't it, with a sack bunt.
Hossman, another one of the seniors, played a big role this year in the success of this team. Jay Tomaszek drove in all 3 runs today for Maple Grove. Another week to go yet in her high school career. State tournament next Thursday and Friday at Caswell Park in North Mankato. There's good teams down at the state, Jack, and this is going to be one of them. That's going to be a tough out in the 4A tournament.
Absolutely. I think they're going to, I got to believe they're going to be one of the favorites, without a doubt. I mean, there's going to be some good teams there, but I really like the makeup of this team.
Coaches will seed, the state tournament coaches will seed for the state tournament, and then Maple Grove will find out this weekend who they will play in the first round on Thursday in North Mankato. Well, that will do it for our coverage with our game truck for this year. Jack, it's been a pleasure to work with you again.
You as well, John. It's been great.
We had a fun couple of games to finish it up here in the section tournament. Then matchup between these two teams.
It was great. It was a good way to end the season. This was a very, very good game.
Well, that will do it for our telecast today. Congratulations to Maple Grove and Champlin Park. It's the Crimson heading on to state. And for all of our crew, and for Jack Tebow, I'm John Jacobson. Our final score again on the Section 5 4A Softball Championship. Maple Grove 3, Champlin Park 0.